Welcome to MSD Learning World. Hi everyone. In this video we are going to see a sorting technique, namely bubble sort. The bubble sort is a straightforward approach. It is also said to be brute force sorting methodology. Yeah, the bubble sort is a straightforward approach where the logic behind the sorting of the element is that in each iteration pair of elements are compared and this pair of comparison is made until all the elements are getting swapped. So here when you take 5 elements, in the first iteration the first 2 elements will be compared and the swapping is done based on the property of sorting you make it. If it is an ascending order, the minimum element will be getting swapped before the largest element. Likewise, the first 2 elements will be compared, then the second and the third elements will be compared, then the third and fourth and fifth. So this entire, for a single iteration, 5 comparison is done between the neighboring elements. Again in the second iteration, again the same 5 comparisons will be done. Third iteration, same 5 comparison will be done. These iterations are done 5 number of times because the total number of element present is going to be 5. So 5 number of times 5 comparison is made. At last you will have the elements in the ascending order. When you make an element in ascending order, the pairwise comparison should be done such a way that the lesser number of element should be get swapped with the larger number of element. So this is what is the bubble sort, which is a straightforward approach. And let us see how this bubble sort algorithm is created with the brute force method. Let us see an example where how the brute force method is used for performing bubble sorting. Here in this example the 5 elements are 5, 1, 4, 2, 8. So now we are going to perform first iteration by brute force. So 5 is compared with 1. Here the outcome of the sorting is an ascending order. So 5 is compared with 1. This is the first and the second element pairwise checking. So 5 is compared with 1. 5 is greater than 1. So 1 is swapped. Now 5 is in the next position. Now 5 is compared with the 4. 4 is lesser element. So 4 is moved to the second position and 5 is now in the third place. Again 5 is compared with the 2. 2 is lesser number. So 2 is moved before. Now 5 is compared with the 8. 5 is lesser number. So 5 is placed in the fourth position. So you have completed all the comparisons in the first iteration. This is how the iteration, in the first iteration the comparison are made for the pairwise elements. So now at the end of first iteration your array elements are 1, 4, 2, 5, 8. Now the second iteration starts. So now the comparison is going to be starting from the first element again in the second iteration. So now 1 is compared with 4, 1 is minimum, so no swapping is done. Now 4 is compared with 2, 2 is lesser element, so 2 is swapped with 4 and 4 is going to the third position. Now again 4 is compared with 5, 4 is the lesser number, so no swapping is done. Again 5 is compared with 8, so 5 is the lesser element, so no swapping is done. So with this the second iteration is over where all the elements are compared pairwise. Now at the end of the second iteration you have 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. Now again the third iteration starts. Again in the third iteration 1 is compared with 2. So 1 is minimum, so no swapping is done. 2 is compared with 4. No swapping is done. 4 is compared with 5. No swapping is done. 5 is compared with 8. No swapping is done. So in the bubble sort, the machine does not know whether the elements are already sorted or not. According to the brute force technology or the method, if you have 5 number of elements, 5 number of iterations will be done and for each iteration all the comparison will be made. At the end of third iteration the elements in the array is 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. So now coming to the fourth iteration, again 1 is compared with 2, no swapping is done. 2 is compared with 4, no swapping is done. 4 is compared with 5, no swapping is done. 5 is compared with 8, no swapping is done. Again in the fifth iteration 1 is compared with 2, no swapping is done. 2 is compared with 4, no swapping is done. 4 is compared with 5 and 5 is compared with 8, no swapping is done. So the 5 iterations are over and we have compared all the elements recursively. So now at the end of fifth iteration when you see your array elements you will have 1, 2, 4, 5, 8 which is in ascending order. This is how the brute force technique applies for the set of elements in the array to perform either ascending order or descending order. Suppose when you need to perform descending order in the brute force method by using bubble sorting, then when you compare, you try to swap the elements when the checking element is greater than the next value. If it is greater, then you will try to swap it. Let us see the algorithm for performing the bubble sort by brute force. So the input given to this algorithm is an array of n numbers. So while you are getting inside the control structure, you will have nested for loops. The outer is I loop and inner is a j loop. I loop will be executed from 0 to n minus 1. If you want, you can execute from I as 1 to n. Then coming to j loop is going to be executed for j equal to 0 to n minus 1 minus I. So here you are going to check the array element of j plus 1 is less than j. So here the array is a. So a of j plus 1 is less than a of j. If this condition is true, then you will try to swap the elements by creating a temporary variable and you can swap it. If suppose this algorithm is for making the element in ascending order, if you want to perform descending order, then the only condition that you need to change is a of j plus 1 is greater than a of j. You have to check whether the element you search is greater than the next element. So likewise, then this iteration j loop is again moved and this comparison is checked till the end. Then again the second iteration starts. So if you have 10 number of elements in the array, 10 number of times the iteration will take place, and the inner loop is meant for comparison of the pairwise element. The outer loop is for how many number of times you are going to make the comparison. So this is what is the bubble sort by brute force approach. By seeing the algorithm, it is very clear that the outer I loop is going to be executed for n number of times, the inner j loop is going to be executed for n number of times. So the time complexity is order of n square. When you take the time complexity of the bubble sort algorithm by using brute force, when you consider the worst case analysis in the sense assuming that you want to perform ascending order of the array elements, but the elements are completely in descending order. No two pair of elements is correctly in ascending order. Then you need to perform swapping in all the iteration of n number of iteration. So that is what is worst case analysis. So when in the worst case, it is clear that the outer I loop and the inner j loop is going to be executed for n number of times. So n into n, it is order of n square. So the worst case complexity is order of n square. Coming to the best case, you assume that all the array elements are in the sorted order. Defaultly, when you are giving the input, it was in sorted. So when you are performing the comparison, there is no need to swap it. So that the inner j loop statement logic is not going to be executed for n number of times. So the outer I loop alone will be executed for n number of times when you consider the best case complexity. So the time complexity of the best case analysis is order of n. Now coming to average case analysis, in such a way that some of the elements are in ascending order and some of the elements are not in ascending order. Assume if you have n number of elements, n by 2 number of elements are in ascending order. So when you make it, the I is going to be executed for n number of times. Again, though it is arranged in either a partial amount of the input is arranged in the ascending order, though it is arranged n number of times, iterations occur for the inner j loop also. So I loop is going to be executed for n number of times, inner j loop is also going to be executed for n number of times. So the time complexity for the average case analysis is also going to be order of n square. So the worst case and the average case complexity is order of n square, and the best case complexity is order of n for the brute force sorting. Do not forget to comment, like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you. Bye.